Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sarvatu Manasu Sangam, Adho Sangam Chasadusu, Dayam Maitrim Prasaram Cha, Bhutesu Adayatuchim. Translation. A sincere disciple should learn to disassociate the mind from everything material and positively cultivate association with his spiritual master and other saintly devotees. He should be merciful to those in an inferior position to him. Cultivate friendship with those on equal level and meekly serve those in a higher spiritual position. Thus, he should learn to deal properly with all living beings. So, there are a few things mentioned here, few things. First of all, the chapter heading is Liberation from Illusory Energy. That is the heading. And the process of achieving this liberation from illusory energy is given in this text 23. The first item given here is Manasa Asangam. A disciple should dissociate the mind from all material things. It's the first assignment for a successful disciple. Manasa Asangam, disassociation, remove the mind from all material things. All. Sense gratification and Krishna consciousness, they are not together. They are opposite. They cannot go together. How do we do that? How do we disassociate the mind from material things? Just like this? It requires practice. Daily practice. So we have regulative principles. Regulative. The mind should be regulated. What's the process of regulating the mind? Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna gave a process for one who is trying to be a yogi. Yoga Aruruksho and Yoga Arudha. A neophyte practitioner, what is the means? The means is active engagement of the mind. The mind should never be given freedom. Why? Prahlad Maharaj said, Adanta Gobi Bishatam Tamishra Puna Purna Charvananam. Adanta Gobi. The mind should not be given freedom. Our situation is just like a driver on the highway. A driver, you are driving on the highway, you are going at very high speed. The road is very smooth and you're just going. And you leave the steering, my dear car, just go anywhere you like. We know where the car will take us to. Everybody knows. Right? There will be accident. You will never get to our destination. Similarly, if we give freedom to the mind, if the mind is not engaged in Krishna consciousness, if we give freedom to the mind will take us back to Godhead. The mind will take us to, here Prahlad Maharaj used the word adantagubi, freedom for the senses. We shouldn't give freedom to the senses. If the senses, which is the master of all the senses, is the mind. The mind should not be given freedom. So the Krishna said, mana, be mindful. Be mindful means what? The mind should be engaged in serving me, Krishna. It means that the devotional service which a devotee is performing, the devotional service should be done with the mind. Not just with the senses. The mind should be the one engaged. If the mind is engaged, all the senses will automatically follow. Practicing how to engage the mind in Krishna consciousness is our prime duty. And so many technologies have been given how to engage the mind. So many technologies. To hear about Krishna from a pure devotee. To hear about the holy name, to hear the holy name and chant the holy name of Krishna attentively, or trying to be attentively. Yesterday I saw a devotee in the evening class, sitting in the class, and he was answering and making a phone call. I almost stopped the class. He didn't notice me yesterday. I was looking at the back. He was sitting at the back. Because he sat at the back, those who sit at the back, they are not connected. So the mind will be engaged in cell phone. Suppose I want to give you something now. Who is going to receive it? If I want to give you something now, I don't have mystic power to extend my hand to the back. So suppose I want to give you something now. Who is going to receive it of all of us sitting here? Who? Those who sit here. Those who sit here, their mind will be connected. Those who are sitting at the back, they have the costume sitting at the back. The mind will be connected outside with the cell phone. Don't allow the cell phone to take our affection from Krishna for us. The affection we have for Krishna, do not allow the cell phone to mobile it out. If the mind is not engaged. So here, we have been advised, Manasa Asangam. This is, you see, the mind from all material things, including cell phone. Cell phone is, according to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva explained the 4 positive hearers of Bhagavatam and 4 negative hearers of Bhagavatam. One of them is cell phone. One of the negative hearers is cell phone. Cell phone represents wolf. Wolves make noise and distract the attention of engaging the mind in Krishna consciousness. Wolf. So this is the first thing here, engaging the mind in Krishna conscious activities. Hearing about Krishna, chanting about Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, text 5 and 6 purport. Prabhupada said the best way for devotee to always remember Krishna is what? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If you chant loud, the mind will chant with us. If you chant silently, the mind will go away. That is the science. If you want the mind to chant with us, to be with us, to be engaged in Krishna consciousness, chant loud. The mind will be with us. The second item here is Aro Sangam Cha Sadhusu. Sangam Sadhusu. The word here is perfectly constructed. Just listen. It is said, positive, cultivate association with spiritual master and sadhus. Positive, cultivate association with the spiritual master and sadhus. It didn't say cultivate association with guru and sadhu. He said positive. Yesterday we discussed about connection with the spiritual master. And today the verse is confirming the process. What is the meaning? Sadhu, Guru, and Shastra, they work together. One is not enough, two is not enough, three is complete. The three must complete. Even though they are at different times, at different places, but they must correspond. This is spirituality. Positive culture of association with the guru and the spiritual master. A disciple should be connected with the spiritual master. Many devotees have no connection with the spiritual master. What is there is managerial connections. Or we do hero worship instead of guru puja. Hero worship is the person, the form you see. Guru Puja is not the body we see, it's the spiritual master, the soul. So we are singing, Chakshudan Dilol Jeb Janme Janme Prabhu say, it is not the body we are addressing. We are addressing the spiritual connection the disciple has eternally with the spiritual master. That should be cultured. How do we culture that? When the spiritual master is present, try to make the connection. And even if he's not physically present, if we have established a connection before, even if he's not physically present, you're already eternally connected. The physical absence will never have any difference in the spiritual practice. Because already it is established. How do we make the connection? You should hear about the instruction. Carry the instruction of your guru on your head. The instruction of your spiritual master should be carried on the head, meaning it should be executed. Hear about him. Speak about him. Write him a letter constantly expressing your difficulties to him. In this way, you will establish the connection. When the connection is established, you have no difficulty. Many devotees are complaining, my guru has so many disciples who have no connection with him. He's so far, I'm very far back behind. Even if he's physically present, my senior powerful brothers and sisters, they will block me from having access. How do I connect to my guru? The science is not physical. Don't you have your mind? You don't have the mind to think of your guru? You don't have your tongue, the mind to pray to the guru, to confess, to tell him, to beg him for strength, to beg him for shelter, to beg him for protection, to thank him for everything that he's doing? That facility, everybody has it. Why can't we use it? So use it. So for a devotee who is using this, following the principle, where is the distance between you and your spiritual master? Where is the distance? The mind not engaged in Krishna consciousness is creating the distance. Therefore, the process is given to us here. The third item mentioned here in this slope. Daya Maitrim. Daya Maitrim. Jata Uchitam. Is it not? Daya means what? You should show mercy. We discussed this last night. We should be friendly with everyone. Is it not in this book? We should be friendly with everyone. Daya Maitrim. Make friendship with all living entities. Especially the devotees, the person sitting next to you is your neighbor. Anyone who is sitting close to you is your neighbor. Be friendly. Be friendly. Will you be sitting here if I'm not sitting here? Will you be sitting here now if I'm not sitting here? Huh? Will I be sitting here if you are not sitting here? I'm asking you. Will you be sitting here? Will I be sitting here if you are not sitting here? No. What does it mean? We are very, very important for each other. If you want to go back to Godhead, you should try to get this fact, that all of us sitting here is what? Very, very important for each other. Therefore, be friendly. Treat everyone kindly. Ada Jata Uchitam. It means a devotee, a disciple should show mercy to those who are below us. Who are those below us? The innocent people who are trying to take to Krishna consciousness. They are not our slaves. They are spirit souls, Krishna's parts and parcels. They are meant for serving Lord Krishna. Our duty is to help them make the connection. They are not our slaves. Take mercy. Show mercy. In other words, we are being instructed here, devotees should not be exploiters. This material world is maintained by exploiters. Devotees should be different from exploiters. So, proper created association of sadhus who are taking interest in supporting each other in our Krishna consciousness, not distracting anyone's attention by the message, the language of our body, our character, or our speech. Cultivate friendship. With those who are on the same level with us. The opposite of that, the opposite, we just mentioned the opposite. Positive, and in the fourth canto of Bhagavatam, Narada Muni said, this is the principle for transcending the threefold miseries. The principle for transcending the threefold miseries that the Muni gave in fourth canto, and it is repeated here in the 11th canto. They spoke at different times, but they corresponded. Because it is the same thing. So we should show mercy to those who are below us, but we should not exploit them. Positive is, you should show mercy. You should cultivate them. You should help them to become encouraged in their Krishna consciousness. Negative, we should discourage them, but we shouldn't. We shouldn't discourage them. We should not. Many devotees are always complaining. The leader is not living a life of encouragement. The leaders are not living a life of encouragement. Why the leaders are not living the encouraging lifestyle? Because no bhakti for Krishna. If there is bhakti for Krishna, we will distribute bhakti to whomever we meet. There is no bhakti, we will distribute what is there. What do we have? That is what we are going to give. No bhakti, we are going to discourage everybody. If there is bhakti, we are going to encourage everybody. But that is not a duty of a devotee. Lord Sabdev warned every one of us sitting here. Lord Sabdev's warning. Do not become a leader. He is not closing the leadership position. He is not closing it. He is giving us the vision, the proper understanding that if you accept the position, don't misuse the position. Be ideal leader. Because that is a crisis in today's world. The leadership crisis. We don't have ideal leaders. Leaders who has character. Let's have devotion. But Prabhupada wanted a society that has a head. To make Brahmanas. Brahmanas are the head. This is Prabhupada's intention. The main purpose of establishing Krishna consciousness, the Society for Krishna Consciousness, is to make the head, to make Brahmanas. And our coming here is to fulfill this mission of Prabhupada, to become the head. So those who are our equals. Negative, don't be proud. Don't tell us what we have done. Hear from us what we are doing. This is friendship. Friendship means we should give chance for everybody to express their feelings without fear. I will be misjudged and crucified for that. I'll be free. We should be free to share the mind, to express our feelings. That chance to be given. And to those who are our superiors, negative, we should not show envy. Positive, serve them. We should serve them, give them service, to please them, so that they can help us to become successful in what we are trying to do. So the purport is speaking. Srila Madhvacharya has quoted from the Garuda Purana to demonstrate that within this universe, those who took birth as demigods, great rishis, or pious human beings are all considered santa or saintly persons. According to Bhagavad Gita, Traigunya Visaya Veda. The Varnashrama culture described in Vedic literature deals mostly with the living entities who are struggling within the three modes of nature. The Vedic literature teaches such conditioned souls that material happiness can be achieved only through pious works. In this sense, the demigods are to be considered the most pious living entities within the three modes of material nature. The rishis, or the great saintly mystics of the universe, who are able to travel at will to various planets and who cultivate mystic powers, are to be considered somewhat below the demigods. And those human beings on earth who perfectly execute the Vedic rituals are to be considered in the third or lowest category of Santa or saintly persons. But a devotee of the Lord is beyond the three modes of material nature.